this other thing going around now about how there's like a rumor that Nintendo's making a bunch of GameCube remasters. You don't think that they're getting that from us just because we said Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and Metroid are coming, and we brought up the words F-Zero GX.
I promise you they're getting that from us. Yes, I promise. The fixation on... Okay, let's recap for people that might just be catching up right now. I know that's probably not a lot of people, but on Last of the Nintendogs, we said there will be a Direct in September, 100%. Right now, as far as I'm aware, it's planned for the week of the 12th. And then the other things we've heard are there will be a lot of Zelda stuff. It sounds like probably the name of the next game, and then the ports of the Wii U HD ports.
Wind Waker, Twilight Princess.
Exactly. So that's kind of what we put out on the line, right? And then we speculated about some stuff. I said the word blowout. Like, they're going to blow out a bunch of stuff with Zelda. And by that, I meant those three things. the ports and probably the name.
Three things, you know?
Yeah. And everyone's like, this is going to be a Zelda-focused Direct. It's going to be massive. We're probably going to get in-depth stuff. I'm like, whoa, everybody, please calm down. Please stop. Oh, no, it's too late. Never mind. It's out of my control now. It's very frustrating because you go to things where it's like, hey, we are saying this thing. If you guys want to write stories about it, you can. And then we flip to the other side, and now it's like, oh, no one was actually listening to me in the first place. They just were hearing what they wanted to hear, and now here we are.
Well, apparently Emily Rogers and Liam Robertson were saying something about this GameCube stuff, so maybe it's coming there. Maybe there's, I don't know, additional truth to that. We'll see. But yeah, I don't know. The only thing I was really saying, that, at least that I have heard specifically, you hear other things. What I heard was Wind Waker, Twilight Princess.
Yep.
And then you've been hearing about Metroid Prime forever, and that anniversary is coming up soon. So that just also seems
right. The thing I was
likely.
Always hearing Metroid Prime this holiday is that was the way it was phrased to me. So it's gonna happen at this Direct. Like, I mean, unless this Direct is weird and smaller, and then they do a tweet separately about Metroid Prime a week later, I suppose that's possible. It would be strange. For the most part, though, I'm expecting big things from this Direct. I think this is going to be a big one. I really do. But that's me speculating at a certain point, and now I'm afraid to do that anymore.
Greetings to everyone out there, and welcome back to Around the Clock. All right, everybody. I wanted to play that clip there from Mike Minotti's and Jeff Grubb's latest podcast because it's very important. This past week, Jeff Grubb discussed that yes, a Direct is happening sometime in September, and this is from what he's heard. This Direct is supposed to happen sometime the week of September 12th. Now, he also speculated within that same episode that some big GameCube remakes are coming to the Switch, and they'll be announced during this Direct. Now, these GameCube games include Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD, and possibly F-Zero GX. And a lot of people took what he said there as speculation and ran with it like he said that this is a rumor and this is what he's heard. You see this all over YouTube. Tons of people have made thumbnails and video titles stating that this is going to be a Zelda blowout at the next Direct. You know, this is going to be a Zelda focused Direct and all different types of things, and it's getting ridiculous. I don't even think a lot of people even watched that episode of the Nintendogs podcast. What I think is that a lot of people just saw some articles online and they ran with it, and that's sad because they're going to mislead a lot of people thinking that this is going to be a huge Zelda blowout Direct, and if it's not, a lot of people will be upset. All Jeff Grubb did in that previous podcast that aired earlier this week was give some speculation on some GameCube games that could possibly be announced at this next Direct. There was no rumor there, but he did give us some type of date, September 12th, the 14th, or possibly the week after when this Direct will be airing. Now, to be clear, there are some rumors out there that some GameCube remasters or remakes or whatever will be coming to the Switch, and they may be announced during this next Direct. Now, these rumors are coming from Liam Robertson, Nate from Direct Feed Games, and Emily Rogers. So, with that being said, let's get into it. As you can see here, Liam Robertson has stated, "We're going to do a lot of winning this month, GameCube Nation." And in response to this, Nate from Direct Feed Games stated this, "From zero to hero just like that." And Liam Robertson says, "As much as I know what you're getting at, I don't think we're on the same page here. There's a lot of GameCube love coming." Now, to further expand on this GameCube rumor, let's take a look at a snippet of a recent article found on GameRevolution.com. Over on the Famiboard forum via Reddit, insider Emily Rogers was notably less vague, outright claiming that Nintendo is currently developing a whole bunch of GameCube remasters. No, it's true. Nintendo is going crazy with remasters and remakes, Rogers wrote. Most of the remasters mentioned in this thread are either in development or under serious consideration at Nintendo. The games mentioned in this thread included F-Zero GX, Metroid Prime, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, and Pikmin 1 and 2. The Legend of Zelda GameCube Remasters games are also allegedly set to appear during a Nintendo Direct this month. Alright, if it is true and we get some type of remasters or remakes from GameCube games announced during this next Direct, then cool. No issues with me, man. I'm all for it. But let's keep our expectations in check because it's also possible that at this next Direct, Nintendo could announce a bunch of different GameCube games coming to the NSO service. So that's a big possibility as well. And we could also get both. Nintendo could announce some remasters or remakes of some GameCube games coming to the Switch, and they could also announce some GameCube games coming to the NSO service as well. But hey, we'll see what happens. With that being said, that's going to do it for this video. And what are your thoughts on what Mike Minotti and what Jeff Grubb had to say earlier in this video, and all of these different rumors about GameCube games possibly being announced for the Switch? Please let me know down in the comment section. And please, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And as always, remember to keep it locked here to Around the Clock. We're here, we focus on Nintendo news content around the clock. I'll catch you guys in the next one.